Greetings, friends and crafters. This is Carol. Welcome to our Christmas in July YouTube Hop. The YouTube Hop is hosted by Sherry from Craft, Pray, Repeat. Our YouTube Hop goes until July 27th, and each of the ladies are offering up prizes. In order to be eligible to win a prize, you have to like, comment, and subscribe to each of the ladies that are participating in this YouTube Hop. Winners will be announced on July 30th. For my prizes, I am offering a $20 deposit into your PayPal account so that you can go shopping, and I will send one lucky winner these two dies. This is a little house die, and I will show you what I made with this. This is a little gingerbread house, and I'm sending along this Stampendous gingerbread man with dies for a prize. So I have two prizes to the lucky winners. I am going to kind of go fast, so this is not too long. I have several projects, and I decided to do a gingerbread theme. For my first project, I used this die from Sizzix, and it's a Lori Whitlock box type of apron. I'll give you the die number is 660295, and it's called Box Apron. I actually got mine from Walmart, and it was $19.99, which was a good deal. That's half price from other stores. So this is what I created with it, and it does make this little pocket, and it does have this little white lace to trim the pocket with. I just used some bling from the dollar store to outline this, and I put a little lace. This is a Spellbinders poinsettia that I created, and this is just a bow die from my stash. And this little measuring spoon is also from a die from my stash. I did not bring it out here. The little gingerbread man is this one right here. This is also a Sizzix die. I love this die. He's gingerbread man number 3, and he is number 656724, in case anybody's interested in purchasing that. He's a good size. I used this little die right here from my stash to make all the little bows on the gingerbread man, and of course the die has the little heart that goes on him. This little oven mitt is part of that apron die, and I just created all my little tags on the computer and used, let's see if I have that die here. I might not, because I used so many dies. I don't. I used a die from my stash that had several little tags with it. So I filled this box. You can see it's a pretty good size. I filled it with tags. My tags are chunky, and you can see I got 4 tags in there. This tag right here was made with this die from Cat Scrappiness. I love this die. It's a really nice die with the stitching. You can see the stitching around the outside, and it fits perfect in this box. Absolutely perfect. And I can hardly wait to give this away at Christmas time, because this is really cute. So what I used for the center is this Cottage Cuts die right here called Gingerbread Man Cupcake. And I just used another die from my stash for the center, and it was this right here. It's like a ruffled and a stitch. That was from my girl Allie. And then I just used a plain circle die on the inside of that, just a bow and a Spellbinder poinsettia. And then for all the bows that have the the little ruffle on the edge, I use my Creative Time dies, the fun size and the small. That's my favorite bow die. This one right here, this is another Cottage Cuts. It's the gingerbread baking set. So I have the girl here with the KitchenAid mixer. I don't know if you are, but I am a KitchenAid mixer girl. I actually have two of them because not only do I paper craft, but I do decorate cakes, which is just for fun. So I've got this one here, and this is the little boy that was on that same die. Isn't that cute? Really cute. And then the last one that I had in the set is this one right here, and I made it a shaker. And I used those same dies that I showed you, just cut them out a little differently to make the shaker. And that's the Sizzix gingerbread man that is in the pocket on the apron. So that's that project. Then I'm going to go on to this one right here, which is, my intention for this is for it to be a recipe album holder. You could also use it for pictures. If you're like me and you have a little granddaughter and you want to bake cookies for Christmas, you could put pictures of you and your grandchildren or your daughter or your children, your boys as well as girls, because I had just boys and we baked cookies. So that was my intention for this. So when I created this, I used this die right here. It's a diamond dies. It is a large canning jar for creating this album. The first die on the front cover is by Cottage Cuts, and it is called the Gingerbread House. This is a wonderful die. It is so beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. It does take a little time to put together. You have to have patience, but it is gorgeous. And looks like I must have bent that over when I had it out here. Yep, I did it twice. Look at we'll just put them right back. So these are Spellbinders poinsettias, and the leaves are from the Sizzix Tim Holtz poinsettia die. I like that too. I use them both together. I made a binding that is called, I'm not sure what the binding is called. It'll probably come to me as we go along. And I covered it with this. It's beautiful. And I made a little crocheted flower. I used some doilies, and I have another crocheted doily that I did under here. I wanted to make it have like a homespun feeling. So right here you could put a picture. This is that Sizzix gingerbread. I used him quite a bit, and all the poinsettia are from Spellbinders. This is just some lace from my stash, and this is that die that I showed you from Cottage Cuts that I used a little spatula die from another set I had because I thought it was cute. And this is a die that says Hug and Kisses from my stash. And then inside I created some tags, which my intention is for these to be used on the back to write recipes, but you could also put pictures if you care to. I will say again, all the tags were created on my computer with some sentiments that I thought up, and I just cut them out with a small tag die that I have in my stash, and the little gingerbread on there are stickers, and again a crocheted doily. On to the next page, some more of these tags, and I will share with you that I did not have the smaller diamond die canning jar, so I used this one from Sizzix. I want to use this die some more. If I would have had more time for more projects, I would have thought of something to use this for. But I did use that for the tags. And this die, it's called the Canning Jars 3D. And that is really cute. And the number is 658453 on that die. I'm not sure if that's retired or not. I've had that for a while. This right here is a Cottage Cuts die. It's this one right here. It is called the Baking Pan and Utensils, and see that utensil right there is what I used for that gingerbread man. This is just a sticker and some lace from my stash, and then this gingerbread boy is, I believe, the same one as the tag that I showed you, because I had made 2 of each. And this just opens up. It has a magnet in it, and you could put a picture in there, and then it has a little gingerbread boy and a little gingerbread house envelope that has 2 tags in there for pictures or more recipes. And then onto this page, this is just a sticker that I had in my stash, that gingerbread house. And then this opens up, and inside I have places to tuck recipe cards. Those are just stickers in here. This could be a photo, and here's another little gingerbread. I just love the way that looks with him like tucked into the pockets. This right here is a Cottage Cuts die. It's this one right here called the cookie jar. And I just used some stickles, and this is a Recollection little gingerbread that I put on it to spice it up a little bit, excuse the pun. And then over here is the cookies on that die, the chocolate chip cookies. And then this also opens up. I think I showed you that way, yeah. And that's how it goes, and I just have a little ribbon to tie it. This is some more canning jar tags. This is, again, that same gingerbread die that I showed you that was on the tags. This is the last page, and this right here is a PSX gingerbread cookie recipe stamp. I've had that for quite a while. I do like to collect gingerbread stamps and dies, so I used it on here. And when you open this up, you can either stick a picture on here, what have you, and then I got a little tag with another little gingerbread man. And then this here again is another Cottage Cuts die. It's this right here. It's called the Baking Cookies, and it was perfect to use as an accent on that. And then again, I have the canning jars in here for putting recipes or pictures, and this is just a sticker that I had in my stash. So that's that. And then my next project I did was this really cute house. I need to make another one of these. It does open up so that you can put a tea light in there, one of those battery operated tea lights. And all I did was use some bling that I got at Hobby Lobby to decorate the roof to make it look like gumdrops, and I used a lot of stickles and glitter on the roof. And these gingerbread tree stickers were from the Dollar Tree last year. And then I have this little gingerbread button man peeking out from the house. So what I did was I used some puff paint to paint this, what looks like rickrack on all of this, to make it look more like gingerbread. And that turned out really nice. That's the first time I got to use this die, and it is called Brenda Walton. It's right here. This is the die that I used. It's really cute. It's called Biggs XL, and let me see if I can find a number on it. The number on the back is 658743, in case you can find that. And then next I'm going to show you this. This was just something I don't know where this came from. I had this gingerbread house on my desk from last year. I never created anything with it. I'm not sure what the die is. I couldn't find it. But I believe I picked up that die from Michael's. And I will find out what that die is, and I'll put it in the comments so that you know. You can see it's not too wide. But I picked this up and I said I want to create a scene with this. So I had this spool on my table and it was empty because I had used all the ribbon in this little album over here. So I decided to cover it with craft cardstock. So I ripped it apart and I covered the bottom and I covered the top, and then I did the little puff paint with glitter around here to make it look like gingerbread. And then I took some gingham paper and put it around here and glued this back on, and took this one off and did the same thing, but I did put a little gingham paper on the top. And I stuck this house on there, and I had a couple of these small bottle brush trees, and I used this die right here from my stash. These are actually from my girl Allie. There are 3 sizes in here, and I did use this die twice for projects. And I used the large tree and the medium tree, and I just cut 5 or 6 of them and layered them to get the dimension. And then I put the puff paint on the edge of the branches and then sprinkled glitter to make it look like snow. And this is a Martha Stewart punch that I punched out, and I just put it on this spool to give a accent, you know, make it more gingerbread looking, with some gingham ribbon and Spellbinders poinsettia. And this little felt gingerbread man came off of some trim that I had, and you can see I did the puff paint on the house and glittered that. This came out so sweet. I know I'll be doing more of these for gifts for Christmas. I loved it. Then I created this ornament, and all this is a Spellbinders backing scallop die. And this little house right here is the die that I'm giving away that I showed you earlier. And I just had a peppermint type of sticker that I stuck on top of the house just to give it, you know, more of a gingerbread look. And I noticed that I knocked this right here that was on here like this is supposed to be, I'm going to have to hot glue it. It's supposed to be like the chimney on the gingerbread house. I see I must have knocked it off when I picked it up. So back to this, I used that same die here for the trees for my girl Allie. And I'll take one out so you can see it just in case. I believe I have still seen these on there. This is what they look like. And all I did was just fold them in half and hot glue them together. So that's the small one in there. And then this is the house die, really cute. I did the puff paint on it, and I also glittered and glued the roof. This is a gingerbread button that you can get at Michael's, and these are just a little bottle brush tree that I had, and I put some glitter in there. And the background is from Paper Trey Ink. I had purchased that set. I think it's called Tinsel something tinsel and something. I'm sorry. There are no names on the packages that they send you. This is the package that I have. It just says Paper Trey Ink and dies. So this is the set. So this is the backing, but I did use this, but I also attached the scallop spellbinders die behind that. And then I used this, and I used this for the trees. I did not use this because I wanted to use my house. So that is from Paper Trey Ink, and I'm not sure if that is still available for purchase. But you could actually use any of your dies that you have for that. So that is that. And the last thing I have for you is this little cutie. I'm starting my tags for Christmas, and this little gingerbread chef girl is from Cottage, and this is the die, and this is how I purchased the die. I had not ever had this die, and I wanted it, so I purchased it from somebody who had it, and they didn't have anything else but this die. This is the older version of the Cottage Cuts dies, and this should have had a piece of that foam on top of it that allows you to take off these cut pieces. It does not, but I have worked with Cottage Cuts for so long, I know how to take them out of here. And she is just adorable, so I'll be making more of her too. Of course, you see this is in pink. That's because I am a pink Christmas girl, and this will be going on my Christmas tree. So that is all for my projects for the Christmas in July YouTube hop. And again, I remind you to please comment, like, and subscribe to all the ladies who have participated. And I thank you so much for watching me, and I hope you got a lot of inspiration to start you off on your Christmas 2018 projects. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye now.